Hey, memory loss. We all get that from time to time. Soon, I think I'll be hiding my own Easter eggs and kind of planning my own surprise party, don't you know? But hey, memory loss, it's something we all got to deal with from time to time. So instead of saying, oh, I can't remember, I don't know what that is, from now on, I want you to say this: I forgot the English word for it. That way, people will think that at least you're bilingual instead of just being an idiot. Just saying. You know, I've had a thought. Zing, zing. Look at all the thoughts happening here. Classrooms, teachers. So many people are saying, hey, you can't teach that to my children, and you don't even know what your children are being taught. Today, people have cameras in their houses. They look at their cats and their housekeepers and their babysitters at home, and why not have a camera in the school? Kids, they're our most important resource. They're the best assets y'all are ever going to have. Why not have a camera in the school? Everybody should be campaigning for that, and then you can see and hear what's going on. We should be able to do that. My kids are grown, but hey, I wish we would have had this way back then. Mind you, I would have spent all my time talking to the commie teachers, right? You need to hear what they're saying. You need to see their body language. You need to be able to understand. You don't want your kids to be idiots and come out of school and to be apologetic and feeling guilty about their color and all of this stuff. Y'all should work on that. You know what? It's a pretty good idea. Jewelry stores, banks, homes, they all have security cameras 24/7. And yet, again, I repeat, but the best asset that you'll ever have is your children. And you don't have a camera in the school. Hollywood, they love to lecture us pretty much about everything, about our lifestyle. And these are people that live bad lifestyles, and they tell us how to live. Oh my. But particularly, it's about guns. Or in particular, it's about guns, while making a fortune with movies filled with guns. Actors, directors, producers, they make these movies, and they spend millions of dollars to try to fund efforts to get guns out of the hands of good guys. They do it all of the time. Are they good guys? Not so much. I mean, how is it, talking still about Hollywood, how is it that Alex Baldwin has never been charged? I remember more than 30 years ago when I was taking a class for my concealed carry permit. The instructor said, know this: whoever shoots the gun will get arrested when the police come. Then they'll deal with it. They'll find out who's guilty or innocent later, but they will arrest you. Alex Baldwin, how is it that he didn't get arrested? I gotta say, I do stand behind Alex Baldwin. Hey, son of a gun, I would never stand in front of him. But okay, we got more. Recently, it's all about guns today, mostly because there's some humor in all of this. Stick with me. Recently, a committee of left-wing nutjobs did a survey that showed that gun owners have guns because of sexual dysfunction. You can't make this stuff up, really. That's what they say. Weird but funny. Of course, there's no relationship between sexual dysfunction and gun ownership, but there is a relationship between liberals and stupidity, right? I mean, there just is all day long. The only sexual dysfunction about guns is that liberals are always trying to screw us. Always. I mean, leave us alone. Good people do not do bad things. I mean, you know what? When there's nothing else to talk about, liberals, when they don't have a fact, and by the way, don't ever let a fact get in your way, all they do is call us names. Oh, it's not nice. Canada has a whole bunch of name callers there coming from the right, calling the left names, and that's appropriate because they are kind of crazy. The left-wing government in Canada. In Canada, they don't have the Second Amendment to protect them. They do have a Charter of Rights. It does say that you're allowed to protect yourself, but hey, the governments, they totally ignore that wordage, and they say, we don't want you to do that. You can't even have pepper spray or mace, and They're not nice people, right? But now they're trying to do this buyback program for assault weapons. What's an assault weapon? Nobody knows. How do you buy back something you never owned? But they say we're going to do that. So they hired IBM and said, be our consultant and show us how to do this. 9 months has gone by. 9 months. They've spent over $2.5 million just for consulting fees, and they haven't bought a single gun. Not one. So, and these guns, during this 9-month period, they're still with the owners, and I guess the owners are still murdering people every couple of minutes, but because, isn't that the concept? Make the public safe, get the guns away from the people who have them because they're vetted. The RCMP said they were good. They passed background checks. They took a course, and how dare we let them, keep their firearms, right? It's not very nice, and it's going on, and you just have to hope it doesn't come to a country near you. Politicians are always trying to do that. They want to get the guns away from people. Canadians, I don't think this time around they're going to surrender. I think they're just going to say go away because the government, in theory, doesn't know how many guns people have anyway because the registry system, whatever it was called, there's a better word for it, was taken away many years ago, and so most of these guns, again, aren't even in a system. So we'll see what happens because governments, that's why you have guns, is to protect yourself from governments. Hey, I think y'all come back. See ya.